Welcome to the e-learning portal of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders. We are on subtopic 3 of session 1, and subtopic 3 is international freight business. Many forwarders, including myself, believe the international freight business is the basis for most of the international freight forwarding activities. In fact, international freight business brings the contract and jobs in international freight forwarders. Which means if international freight business thrives, then international freight forwarding also will thrive. So please listen carefully, because this may be what you need to really understand in order to find a way to latch onto a particular area or a particular activity where your incomes or your resources would come from. There are 3 things we will consider next. First, what international freight business consists of. There are 4 things. Next, the international trade relationships, what governs it. And there are 3 things that governs international trade relationship. There are also 2 structures in place for international trade. So I'll take them one after the other. International freight business consists of 1. The legal relationships between parties who sell and buy goods from each other. By this, I refer to sellers and buyers. 2. Their relationships with persons willing to carry the goods from one place to the other. Seller is always obliged to deliver goods to buyers, and there's a need for a person or an entity that is willing to carry the goods from the seller's place to the buyer's place, which may be their destination. 3. The arrangements they have with insurers to protect the goods in the event of loss or damage. We do know that there are inherent risks in transportation, and each time goods are carried from one place to the other, there could be damage or loss. So this arrangement is very important. The arrangement that buyers and sellers have with insurers to protect their goods in the event of loss or damage. 4. Any financing or payment arrangement with banks or financial institutions. So these 4 are what international freight business consists of. International trade relations are governed by 3 things. 1. It is governed by the contractual rights and obligations as agreed between the parties, whether this is done expressly or by implication. In fact, where the performance of a duty of one party is provided for by the contract, unless that provision contradicts the law or public policy of the hosting country, that contractual provision shall be binding as between the parties. 2. The municipal legal framework, and that includes all local council regulations and legislations. 3. International legal sources which include relevant legislation. In the European Union, there are EU laws that governs international trade relations. And when you come down to our West African sub-region, we have ECOWAS laws and ECOWAS Common External Tariff. We also have International Chamber of Commerce rules that are not laws, but that may be applied to help strengthen trade relationships. And this includes the ICC rules on documentary credits and uniform rules for demand guarantees. There are two structures, or what you may call mechanisms, put in place to enable international trading to go on smoothly. There are two. The first covers direct exporting, and the second is for counter trade. The mechanism for direct exporting covers the transfer of the property in the goods from seller to the buyer by shipping the goods to the buyer or the buyer's agent, and then their subsequent payment made to the seller either directly or through a bank payment system. Quite often, the transfer of property in the goods take place through the assignment of transfer of the document of title relating to the goods to the buyer or the buyer's agent in place of the actual delivery of the cargo or goods themselves. The second structure or mechanism in place is the counter trade. Counter trade may not be the most ideal solution for international trade, but in situations where states involve, in the international trade, especially the buyer state has difficulty to release foreign exchange for buyers to pay for imports, it may be necessary to have a counter trade. And counter trade may take the form of any of the following that I'll mention. It may take the form of a barter system. It may take the form of counter purchase. It may take the form of offset. It may take the form of buyback. It may take the form of switch trading. It may also take the form of evidence account.